to my YouTube channel. Today's video was supposed to be like an everyday makeup routine, but if you know me, then I can't do everyday makeup. My everyday makeup is kind of full glam. This is my everyday makeup. It's a bit difficult to tone it down when this is me. So I've used the Morphe 3502 palette to create this look, so I really hope you enjoy it. If you do like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. Okay, so first I'm going to use my brow conditioning primer from Benefit Cosmetics. I just put this on my brows first of all to get all the hairs in the right place where I want them. With my brow product, which is the e.l.f. Lock-On Liner in shade light brown, and just take my angled brush and apply this to my brow. Okay, so do a line underneath my brows, then on top. So I'm just doing little strokes to like impersonate hairs into the brow. So I've literally just followed the natural shape of my brow. Now I'm going to go in with like a little one of these, which is also from Benefit Cosmetics, and then just rub that through my brows to blend all the product in. So with the product that you've already got on the angled brush, don't dip it anymore, just rub this through the front of your brows. And then okay, so my brows are done, so now I'm going to go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Chantilly, yeah. And then just apply this all over my lid for my eyeshadow base. And then I also use this to carve out my brows, so while I'm doing this I'm carving out my brow and I'm applying my eyeshadow base. So get this as close as you can to your brow line to make it nice and neat. And then do the same with the other side. See, I always prime my eyelids, but the reason I do it is because everyone's got quite veiny eyelids, and I find if you don't prime them, then when you put colour on them, it just doesn't come through properly. When I prime my eyelids, I find my colour pops better, and it's like painting on a clean canvas, whereas when you're trying to paint eyeshadow onto your natural eyelids with all the veins, they all show through, and you just don't have that clear base to start with, so I find that your eyeshadow just doesn't apply as well as it probably should. So that's why I always prime my eyelids, and I find this works best for me. So let me know if it works for you, because this is one tip that I absolutely love. And then I just put a swipe either side at the front, just to make sure my brows are nice and carved out. And then I'll just quickly blend that bit in. Okay, so my brows are carved out, so now what I do is I go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, just on a little brush like this, and I just apply this all over my lid, just so it sets it, because if you don't do this step, then your eyeshadow will go on and it will be tacky. So I set this so that it's like a nice matte base ready for my eyeshadow. My eyelids primed. Now I'm going to go in with my palette. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe palette, and this is one of my favourite Morphe palettes. Like, I love Morphe so much. I have so many of their palettes, but they have really stepped up their game with their new palettes. It's the Morphe 3502 palette. Now look at this. They've changed their logo, the way they write their logo. Their packaging has changed. They've even got names for all their shadows now, which they never used to do. It comes with this little clear sheet that I just take off. I like to keep this because I do like to know the names of the shadows. This palette just calls my name. It really does. I just love all the shades. I really love like reddy, orangey shadows anyway. So this palette is just perfect for me. So firstly I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is this shade right at the top, which I think is called Universal. Have I got this right? One second, let me check. Yeah, so this shade here is called Universal. I'm going to go in with this shade here. And this is going to be my transition shade. So I'm going to put this all over the crease And I'm going to bring it up slightly, but again, not too high. I'm going to go in with this big fluffy brush that has no product on it and just blend that through. I just find that this works better. I feel like if you keep blending with the brush that has eyeshadow on it, then you're never really blending it in. So I always go in with a plain brush just to make sure that it's all blended nicely. The trick to eyeshadow is just blend, blend, blend and blend some more. Okay, so that's all blended in. That's my transition shade. Then I'm going to go with another fluffy brush, but a slightly smaller one, and I'm going to take this shade here, which is this middle shade, and it is called Polished, I think. No. Spice. It's called Spice. I'm going to go in with Spice, and I'm just going to put this again in my crease and bring it up slightly, but not as high as the other colour that I just put in. Now this is like a quite nice warm toned brown, which I quite like this with the transition shade. It looks really good. I think I'm just one of them girls that can't talk too much when they're doing their eyeshadow. I concentrate so much, I just feel like I can't hold a conversation the whole time while I'm doing it. Okay, so I've just zoomed you in a little bit just so you can see it a little bit clearer. But I'm basically just blending this straight into the crease on both sides. Now what I'm going to do is go back into the shade Universal and just blend the two of them together. You always want to blend them together because you don't want any harsh lines, so you don't want it to be a very obvious transition between the first colour and the second colour. You kind of want it just to be a graduated effect. With another brush, which is like a flat brush. This shade here called Risky. And I'm going to apply this into my crease and into my outer corner. So this is going to go right in here. And then I'm going to bring it all onto the outer corner as well. Don't worry about being too precise with this because again we are going to carve out the crease. So it doesn't matter too much, but try not to bring the shade up too much, just bring it right into the outer corner and make sure it's blended through the crease. Can hear that beeping. I think my washing machine's done, but I can hear it, like no matter where I am in the house, it's so loud to me, but no one else can overhear it. So I wonder if you can pick it up on the camera, because it actually stops me in my tracks. Like I can really hear what's going on. Okay, so that's all blended. So we're going to take my Makeup Revolution concealer in shade C4 today, and I'm going to just apply this with a angles brush. Just take some product off of the brush and just carve out this part of my crease. So I want to keep the product on this, on the outer corner, but I want to carve out the rest. So now I'm just going to set that again with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And just put that all over bit of the lid. And then I'm going to go in with this flat brush, and what colour should we go for? I'm going to go in with this shade up here. This shade is called Sizzle, and then I'm just going to apply this all to my lid other than on the outer corner because I want that to stay red. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in back with the flat-ended brush that I put Risky on and go to the shade next to it called Chestnut, which is this shade here, just to darken up that outer corner a little bit. in with the flat brush that you've got, dip back into the shade Sizzle, and just put this slightly over that line. Just sort of drag them together to get rid of any harsh lines you've got from that. Okay, so now the harsh lines are gone. Now I'm going to go in and start my face. So I'll zoom you out again for my face. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to start with my MAC Strobe Cream in shade, what shade is this one? Peach Light. Put this onto the back of my hand. And just apply this all over my face. This gives you like a really nice glow finish under your foundation. That's why I like it so much. I'm going to go with my foundation. So today I'm going to use my Fenty foundation. I love this foundation. It's a really, really nice matte finish, but the only problem with it, it does break me out, so I have to only use it like every so often. I can't use it all the time. So I use shade 160. What I find better, and the only way I can apply this foundation, is to get my foundation brush, dip this into the foundation, and do half my face at a time. I find if I do any more than half my face at a time, it dries way too quickly, so I literally have to just do bit by bit. But it's a really nice full coverage foundation, and it's buildable as well, which I like. But the formula is just amazing. I absolutely love the fact that it's a full matte foundation. But as I said, the only problem is it is really breaking me out. It's all sort of on my chin. Like, my skin is completely clear if I don't use it, and as soon as I use it, it just goes back again. But the problem is, it's such a good foundation that I want to use it. So it's a bit of a nightmare. So now we're going to do the other side. So yeah, it's such a shame because I actually would use this all the time otherwise. I've watched quite a few YouTubers who've also said the same thing, that they break out and they think it's because of the foundation. So I'm just like, oh, so annoying. I absolutely love it. I've got two shades as well. Like, I've bought it in two different shades because I thought, well, when I'm tanned on holiday I want to use it as well. But I just can't. I can only use it every so often. And I mean literally like maybe once a month. Otherwise it really, really affects my skin. But does anyone else find out that they have to change up foundation anyway? Like, I regularly change up my foundation because my skin gets so used to one foundation that it starts to look really bad. So I'll put it on for the first time and I'm like, yeah, that looks bomb, like I like that. And then like a few weeks later, once I've been putting it on all that time, it just, my skin just doesn't take to it anymore. I'm just like, what's going on? My skin just doesn't like it. Right, so now I'm going to go with the big fluffy brush, and although this is a matte foundation, I always still set it. And again, I'm using my Superstay 24-hour long wear matte powder in shade Fawn from Maybelline. I just like this to go this over the top of my foundation. You don't need to set this, but I always do. I just find it just looks better if I set it. Although it is a really matte foundation. Okay, so now I'm going to go under my eyes. I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution concealer, again in shade C4. Sometimes I use C3, sometimes I use C4. It just depends what sort of under eye I want. The C3 is much brighter and the C4 is a much more pinky tone. So today I'm going to go for some C4, but I switch up between the two all the time. But this concealer is just amazing. You know what though, I haven't used this shade with this foundation, so let's see what it looks like. I've used C3 with it, but not C4. Yeah, it looks good. The coverage it gives is just so good. I only recently went out and bought the Tarte Shape Tape because everyone was raving about it last year, and I was like, you know what? I'm finally just going to buy it, and I buy it, and then now everyone's obsessed with this, and I see why. This is amazing. For £4 from a drugstore, you can't really go wrong. So it looks like I'm going to be using this one from now on. Okay, so that's all blended in nicely. Now I'm going to go in my shade C12 from the Makeup Revolution concealer and just do my contour. Does anyone else get these little stray hairs that just go into it? Oh, it drives me insane. As I've said in previous videos as well, like, I can't get on with powder contour. If anyone else is the same, let me know, because my skin just doesn't take to it. Like, I can use a bronzer, which isn't fine, but when I use a powder contour, it's like my skin just goes really texturised and I just don't like it. Whereas with cream contour, I feel like it just blends and sits nicely. I don't know what I do, honestly, I just cannot get it to look right no matter what I do. So if you have any tips or advice on how to get powder contour to blend in and not sit on your skin texturised, let me know, because I can't figure it out. Okay, that's all blended in. The way this sits on my skin, I absolutely love it so much. Now I'm just going to set my under eyes, again with my Laura's translucent powder, and go with my big fluffy brush and just put this all underneath my eyes. And now I'm going to go back in with my Morphe palette and my original brush that I used, so my big fluffy brush that I used to start with the transition shade. And I'm going to dip back into that and put this all underneath my eye. I'm going to go in with another shade that we used, the shade Riz... What's it? I've lost the sheet. Okay, well in the last like 30 seconds I've lost the sheet, so this shade here that we used, I can't remember what it was called. This shade here, go back in with that. And then go in with that flat brush that we used. And then I'm going to go in with the darker shade next to this shade. I think it was chestnut. I'm going to go in with that one and put this right close to my waterline. I've been so good at looking after that sheet, and I've literally got it out and I've lost it within the last minute. I don't know how I manage it. Okay, so that's my under eyes done. Now I'm going to go in with my eyeliner. I'm going to use my Matte Dramatic Maybelline eyeliner pencil. I love that this look was supposed to be like an everyday type makeup thing, and I just never can do it. Like, my everyday makeup is full glam. Like, it's either no makeup or full glam. Like, there's no in between for me. So this has kind of started out as an everyday makeup routine, and it's kind of ended up like full beat face. I don't know. Every time. I always put this pencil at the top and at the bottom. On at the top of the bottom, and then today I'm not going to put any lashes on. I'm just going to go in with my Rimmel London Volume Flash Mascara. Now, I'm quite blessed, my eyelashes are really long, so I can get away with not wearing any eyelashes. So on like a day-to-day basis I don't wear false eyelashes. I only wear them if I'm going to go out or something, so I'm just going to put mascara on for today. Okay, so my other camera died, so I hope this camera still shows everything as clearly. I don't like using this one as much for filming, but we have to go with it because my camera died, unfortunately. I don't really know why, because I thought it was charged, but obviously not. Okay, so that's my eyelashes done. Now I'm just going to go in with a little bit of bronzer on my cheeks, just on top of my contour. So for this I'm going to use my Laguna bronzer from NARS. Which is this one. I love NARS's bronzers, like I actually love them so much. I've gone through about 4 of the same bronzer in like the last year. I just love them. I just like to put a bit under my chin as well. Just really darkens up that bit of contour that I've already put on. I'm going to go in with my highlighter. So for my sort of, although this is not now an everyday makeup look because I've gone like full glam with the eyes, I'm still going to use what I would use for an everyday makeup look. So this would be my Urban Decay Naked Illuminated, which is this here. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. It's a really soft highlight. It's not too like in your face, but it still gives that little bit of pop. Dip into it with a little brush and put it in the inner corner as well. And then for the lips, I'm going to use my Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in shade Celebrity Skin. Now this is like my fave nude lipstick, like honestly by far. I've tried so many liquid lipsticks, but his formula is just my favourite. It's the only one that I can wear all day. It doesn't crack, that I can drink in, eat in, and it just lasts all day. And this one in particular tastes amazing. Not that you should be eating it, but it's just got a really nice taste to it. So that's my lipstick on. I feel like this camera makes me look really, really white. I don't know, like it's so, it washes me out slightly, it makes me look really white, whereas my other one's a lot more true to colour. So it's a little bit weird, but I hope you can still pick up the makeup and what I've done while I've been on this camera. But I'm going to end the video here anyway, so thank you for watching. Although it was kind of like meant to be everyday makeup, it's kind of turned into a bit of full glam, but I hope you like it anyway. I'll link all the products down below so you can see what I've used. And again, I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you did like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video.